have had to make, both before and after us. For this has not been a single generation conflict, no. Let us remember your ancestors and theirs. And let us hope that this new age of peace is one that will last. I ask that any of you who were once picking up your blades, gathering in arms in my name, pick up a more subtle craft. Not one of war, no. One to help propagate this peace that I seek to bring. And in an essence of remembrance, I seek that all of you, any of you who have been personally affected by these sets of wars, to find a way to spread the message. For we can only keep this peace if we remember why it was broken in the first place. With your story, the story of many others, a peace will be long-lasting. A peace that will surely not be broken. A peace that will not be affected by petty conflicts, by petty struggles, or petty arguments ever again. I seek one that will last. And as such, I ask all of you, not to bear your loyalty in me, no. Bear your loyalties in the name of peace. Bear your loyalties in the name of this empire. For if I am ever deemed unfit to rule the land of peace, I seek that I not be the one to rule it. I seek someone who is more well fit to be its leader. So, if any of
But
you have any
are you saying that you're a bad leader?
that you would like to share, if any of you, I'll ignore that comment.
There's a question.
Well, this is a day of forgiveness as well. I ask that any of you find a way to get your stories to me, so that I may help build a land that you want, not one that I want. I hope that even though some of you have been conquered by me, we can all put that behind us. We can all be united once again, as we once were, as this land needs. For conflict is never ending. We must be prepared for the next, just in case. So, I ask all of you to not struggle over the petty thing, but to help build, so that we can look upon that sun of prosperity that has been given upon us and welcome it. I ask all of you to help me in this endeavor. I know it'll not be easy, but with your help and the help of many other like you, we will never be sent crawling into that age of darkness ever again. I thank you for your time. I ask that you enjoy yourself, not only right now, but in the age that will soon be upon. Would anybody have any comments, questions, or concerns they would like to
I got one.
ask me? Yes.
You were saying that if you're ever deemed unfit to rule, why are you raising that as a concern? You got like health issues, or are you going to be a good ruler? Because I didn't have any doubt until you brought that up, but now I'm starting to second guess myself. You know what I'm saying?
I will rule to the best of my ability. But
So what you're saying is it might not be good enough.
In the case that it isn't, it should be good enough. But what you must always be aware of is you can always be better. You should never be satisfied with how you are right now. No. You should always seek to be better in every aspect of your life.
So you're saying we should get a better
I
emperor
can
right
be a
now?
better ruler. I seek to be a better one. But if there is someone who is already ahead of me, then let him be the one, not me.
I'm gonna find that one.
I encourage it. I encourage you. For the good of the land demands an amazing. And if I am not that ruler, so be it. I will not stop you. Does anyone else have a question, comment, concern, or a story they'd like to put forward?
I have a comment. You mentioned about the ancestors fighting, but what about the new roamers who dropped in? You talked about more or less the people who originated from this land, but you didn't really say anything towards the people who were just wandering through due to an unfortunate coincidence that had to partake in the war. What's your comments?
Yeah, I'm with this guy. I feel like some of us were kind of neglected by that speech, you know?
No, no. You are all part of my empire. I will not allow petty infighting to occur. You are just as much a part of this war. You were affected just as much of it as we were. We had a land we once knew destroyed. You had a land that you were thrusted into with no prior knowledge. I see. You are loyal members of my empire. That you will be treated as such. Nothing more, nothing less. Many of you helped me in establishing an age of peace. I believe many agree that an age of conflict, being thrusted into a world like that, was of no benefit to them. So, if you seek to help me, then you are more than welcome to help me. If you seek to be against me, then go ahead, be against me. Just know I will not stand for anyone disrupting this peace. Anyone else?
Yeah, if you don't mind. And forgive me for being so brash here, but you mentioned you won't let anyone disturb the peace, but what about the disturbance that already exists within your fair empire, dear sir? Are we not talking about the many discrimination attempts and the many discrimination successes that have already occurred within your fair streets?
Oh, you're
You're
right,
sitting
you're right.
here talking about building up this empire, and you're speaking about perfecting ourselves, but are you not perfecting the streets that you are supposed to be in charge of? What do we do as citizens when our own king can't protect us from ourselves? Answer me that, dear king.
Did you honestly think that that was not part of the plan? I ask you that. Did you not think that my constant talk of reducing infighting, that was not a part of it?
Many men talk, not many will call to action, dear king.
Oh, shoot, he
I
right.
have called many to action before and will surely do so again.
You know, he wants plans though. He wants like specifics.
That's
Hey, what about those inner city kids, you know?
I mean, I wouldn't be speaking to you if I didn't expect some kind of, I don't know, result to come from this.
Fair enough. I'll have you know that I have many people working on finding the roots of any seek to destroy a piece in any way, shape, or form. So, you name it. Street crimes done by gang violence, I have people working on that. Your discrimination, I feel I have been very open-armed, and I agree that you are members of my empire, and you will be defended as such. So, I wouldn't tolerate discrimination against you as much as I wouldn't against anyone else. As long as you are for me, I am for you, and will do all in my power to help any way see fit.
Then we
Does
shall
that
see.
answer your question?
Fair enough for now. I have nothing else to say.
Does anyone else have something they'd like to say or ask of me?
I think regardless.
What would
of-
happen if we went against you?
Oh shoot! Is that a threat? Is this Doom guy threatening us?
And many have gone
No.
against me before.
I
At
choose
ease.
to have no threat.
At ease.
Just have a
There's no need for violence.
I don't know. You're saying that you might be an unfit ruler. You're saying that if we want to, we should be able to overthrow you. But then this big Doom Marine
If-
guy's coming up.
And as
So
I
we fill out a form or something. File
As
a
I
complaint
said,
to like the
at
local
ease.
precinct.
A new ruler does not need to be selected through violence.
I feel that was a bit uncalled for as well. But to answer your question, if you are to go against me, I do see you do it in a just and civilized manner. If you were to start a rebellion, it would be crushed like a rebellion should be.
So if we do it peaceful,
like
if
an
we just say, "Hey, you suck," you'll step down from the throne.
Anyone else have an idea they'd like to say? An idea.
Well,
Hmm?
I have an idea.
Oh,
I don't know who.
newcomer. Welcome. And who might you?
Who told a joke? He was laughing at something.
Oh, I just happened to be wandering by when I heard you talking all, what's the word? Dumb and
Holy
things.
shit. He said you're dumb at things.
At the end of the day, you need to know my.
To do right here and now? Is that what you'd
Yeah,
ask
I
of
thought
me?
that was the point of the meeting.
It wasn't a meeting, it was a speech. It was a speech
Yeah.
to hope and quell some distrust you may have in me. Clearly, you'd prefer it that way.
Clearly, you misjudge me, Emperor. I'm not here
Do
to make
I?
enemies with you. I've got a bigger fish to fry.
Well, you're clearly not here to make a friend of me.
Oh, a certain friend would dash my reputation to shame if I were to make friends with you. So, your village is in an unsteady parallel fall. And at the end of the
Like, can you
day,
explain what that means?
basically, you don't believe in this asshole.
He's not wrong.
So, at the end of the day, Emperor, you don't know me. And I'm just a passerby. You really don't have to take my advice. But I can't help when a crowd of people are gathered around you who believe in you. And you sit there and you mouth off like some sort of fridge kid. And you don't do anything.
Like some kind of what?
Or maybe you have done something. And, well,
Rich
if
kid.
you interrupt me one more time,
I just can't hear well. Sorry. You should get like one of those sign language interpreters for this event to really help with the inclusivity of it.
hear me out. You don't have to listen to me. My reputation will speak for itself. But you've got a lot of work to do. And do make
Right.
sure that you do it.
Well, more than aware of the work I have cut out for me. I'm more than aware of this whole transition I have to go through. I have managed a country at war for several years now, and currently I am having to do a complete 180. I am here today to get the ideas of the public. I am here today to see what I should do.
Good.
Do you not think that I want things to be better? You think I want to send this into an even deeper age of darkness? I have already done work, and that work is stop the wars that have been plaguing this land for years.
Your
Not have
doesn't
you
seem
start
stable.
another one by starting up all this unsurety. Do I make myself clear?
You're clear, all right. But it'd be wise if you don't raise your voice. I wouldn't want to cut off your tongue there, Emperor.
What's with you and threatening to cut off people's
That's
tongues?
a threat.
You got like a tongue
Calm
fetish?
yourself.
Go ahead.
Calm yourself.
Challenge me. I dare you to try.
He's just a passerby.
One without respect.
Yeah, he's a passerby that's cutting off people's tongues.
I hung up my weapons a long time ago.
Well, yeah, but you still got this.
If you value your future, you might want to do your research upon who I am, Emperor, before you
I
mouth
don't know
off
why
at
I
me.
should research a passerby, as you so eloquently put it.
Tongue collector.
No, I'm just a passerby. I'm actually moving on to the next village with my companion. So, with that being said,
Wait, can I research you?
you can if you wish.
What do I gotta look up?
My name is Nephilim Curry. You'd be wise to not cross me again.
Is that like a food dish?
As to
Curry?
you.
We'll meet again, Emperor. Kiryu, we're leaving. All right.
Nephilim crew.
Nephilim Curry.
Criminal.
What ideas do you have? What better knowledge do you have than me to clearly start this age of peace, since you're all
Sorry, I just had to go to the bathroom. I wasn't
Give me
doing
some
anything
ideas.
deceitful.
No.
I believe they smoked away, Emperor.
Emperor.
You're right.
Alright, so
A
everybody,
good
let's
leader
toast
is
to an
late.
age of peace, am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
Alright, to
Let's.
peace.
To peace.
To peace!
To peace.
To the future peace.
In the memory
What he said.
of those who had fought for it.
Well, I believe that is all out of me for now. I ask that you enjoy yourself in this coming age, and you help me bring it about faster. Agreed?
Yeah, we're gonna expedite this.
What's that?
Agreed.
Well then. You too.
Agreed.
Stay out of here.
Alright, sleep well, Emperor. Good night.
Alright.
Yo, what was that guy's deal? Am I right?
That meeting got pretty blown
Yo,
up
that guy
pretty
said the
quick.
word Betty like 5
Yeah, he
times.
did.
Do you overshut your mouth?
Things got pretty well pretty quickly.
Yeah, they did.
That passerby was pretty
Oh, yeah, that fluffalump curry guy.
explicit turns.
I can't say he was
Nephilim
entirely wrong, though.
Right.
Fluffle
Brought
Dog
up some
Curry.
pretty valid points.
Even if he is
Nephilim,
powerful,
I think
or a
he called himself.
Shatterblood, he should keep his
Ne-
mind to hold some
Nephilim
respect for
Curry.
one, especially the Emperor.
I don't know. That Emperor did seem like a lot of talk, no action, you know what I'm saying?
Regardless, respect is necessary.
I don't know,
Is
he
it?
didn't respect me very much.
Honestly, I'm someone who
Yes.
thinks that he should have never put down his weapons. Without
Agreed.
weapons, how can you make anything happen?
He's only born through chaos. How does he expect us to have peace without causing a little more?
Exactly.
The war is over.
That's my kind of take on it.
Territory has been won. This exact spot, for instance.
Wait a minute, wait. There is where you're wrong. You see, war may be over with weapons, but wars are never over with words. Please remember that.
Right.
It's gonna be
Psychological.
like a poetry slam.
Social war.
Wars
Always.
never truly end. They always just recycle themselves into a new beginning.
And find themselves a new home.
You let them,
When a
you
social
let
war
your weapons
begins.
get dull,
Yeah,
then you'll
war
be the first to
war
fall.
marries and has kids. And settles down in a one-story house with a white picket fence, and then has war babies. I don't know what that metaphor conveys, but that's how I feel.
Nonetheless, if a social war is to continue, I guess I'll keep my weapon sharp.
Right.
As should we all.
Remember to keep your mind sharper. Alright, I'm gonna head out.
Farewell.
God damn it! I want everything you can find out about that guy. Do you understand me? I want everything you
Emperor.
can find out about him. What?
Emperor, calm yourself.
What?
A leader must keep a level head at all times, even in the face of obstacles.
I will not have that traitor spreading those lies. I will not have him spreading deceit, rumors, anything. People like that will never bring peace to this empire.
He's just, as they put it, a passerby. People wouldn't have very much of a reason to believe him if he's spreading deceit about the empire, if that's his goal. And even then, that didn't seem to be his motive. He just entered and spoke his opinion. A strange person indeed, but
He
someone
sought
we could
to make the people rise up against me.
that Masamune, keep calm. These kinds of issues should be solved with critical thinking rather than irrational temper. We are at a time of peace, after all.
You're right. We are at a time of peace. And as such, I don't want people like that running around. A missionary is a passerby, but he can rise a population, can he not?
And what would he seek to gain out of it?
Rebels are
what
always
would he...
the same. They'll start any war over something petty. Rebel is the last thing I need. I want everything you can find out about this guy.
Nephilim
And you.
is familiar. Nephilim sounds like a term I've heard before, but I'm not sure where. We should be careful when dealing with him. He may be incredibly powerful. What with how he looked and acted. But
Well then, I believe you have experience dealing with powerful threats, do you not? Good. Once I find out everything I can about this guy, I'll deem whether or not you need to take a mission. I'll give you anything and everything you need. Just know I want this to be on the down low. No property damage, no public execution. Not this time, got it? Good.
you have extensive access to the armory for when this does become a threat. If it does. For now, though, we should ignore him, for he is just a passerby and has not proven himself to be an actual danger to society here. We should focus on laws
No, let's put that rebel behind us. What else is there to worry about besides that?
Currently, the thing that is most irking to people is the issue of discrimination. Is mentioned a lot.
Of course,
I could get a
it's
law
always
through the.
an issue.
I'll be able to get a law through the works within a quick amount of time. It's a matter of how instantaneously we're going to put it through. What?
A lot of them seemed to be more. They seem to be more troubled with the violence of the discrimination than anything else. That's what I want. I want to get a better crackdown on that. Find any of these secret organizations that could be targeting them. Get as much as you need on that. I want to see
Indeed.
those brought to justice.
Considering we are no longer in a war period, we are able to transfer a lot of our army into a sizable police force.
Yes.
Acting within the law, of course. They'll be able to help a lot of people.
Yes. I'll run it by some other people, but right now I'm thinking about 50% of the army be converted into a police. I believe that'll be sizable enough to keep them happy.
Indeed. Once that gets through, we'll be able to subdue a lot of the violence and then get to the root of the problem, the discrimination against the New Realmers. I believe your speech, though, considering if it goes around about what you've spoken, some people might rally for you on their rights. Though, as with all sets of this kind, there is going to be backlash when we get rid of discrimination from the people from the conservative.
I want no violence. If there's ever a violent uprising, I want it to be taken care of.
Indeed.
On either side. If they're rising up in the name of if the New Realmers are rising up, I want them taken care of. If people are rising up against the New Realmers, I want them taken care of.
Indeed. We also, considering that we're going to be spending a lot less on our army and weaponry, given our peacetime state, we'll be able to focus more on maintaining the social structure, and by that I mean the economy. Infrastructure, technology to increase crop yields, all such are now going to be much more available to us to invest in.
I elect first we take care of some of the more destroyed parts of the islands.
Indeed.
Sieging always leaves behind so much rubble. First, before we start worrying about infrastructure, yes, we should rebuild everything. Bring it back to a former glory before we start to prosper.
Indeed.
We can't start building upon a shaky base. Shaky foundation. Must rebuild it, make sure it's sturdy, before we worry about expanding it.
A number of people who are without employment right now, would be able to get jobs in reconstructing this.
Agreed. That glaring issue.
Considering how many people are off from the army now.
Yes. We're going to need to worry about dissolving a bunch of that. It's going to be an issue. I've built it up so much and now I have to break it down. This is going to be annoying.
But it will be necessary. There's no more need for fighting. There's no more need for war. We must now focus on the threats that are not to the sword or the gun, but rather threats to the common people. Famine and violence. Poverty.
Right now, let's just settle on those two things. I want half of the military to be redeployed into a police force. And I want to spend as much time and as much resources as needed to rebuild all the cities, all the castles, all the towns that were destroyed.
Ensure too that the police force is just and fair.
Yes. That's going to be an issue. Going to be an issue that needs working on.
I'm sure, though, that with finding the right people and proper training, it will be able to end the infighting that ails some of the towns and cities.
Should. Anything else we should worry about?
We should at least keep. It is a good thing that we keep only a slight amount of the army for the possibility of the dangers, such as I believe that there are still some Shatterbloods out there, and some old gods could return to seek to bring influence into the country. There's also, of course, the island, which those who follow the Forgotten King. Forgotten King, was it? Hidden King, yeah. Yes, the Hidden King. They have been dormant for some time, but you never know when they could appear.
See to it that 10% of the army gets special training. I want a special task force fully prepared to deal with these abnormal threats.
Indeed.
That leaves only 40% of our regular military, 10% special task force, 50% as town guard. That should be sufficient.
We'll be able to lower the total size over time as better peace is established.
Hopefully.
I must say, you're already adapting quite well to the new times.
Am I? I'm not so sure anymore. I thought I was going to be pretty well, but no. I shouldn't let that rebel get to me like that. No.
He is just a wanderer, a person that has not understood what we have gone through to achieve this peace. I would know, though. We both still have a long way to go before we can adjust from our time.
You too. You're dismissed. I need time alone. I need to think.
I will get started on the law changes.
Am I going to... Thought I had a grasp on everything, but no. No. Seems there's still no one that trusts me. No one except the ones that started this with me. no one has the same result as they used to. I've entered a world at war, and now I've entered a world at peace. How do I deal with this? It's not like just do a complete turn like that, no. I'm gonna need time on this. Not go well. I already see it. There's a new ahead of me. One I'm not prepared for in the slightest. God damn it.
That was an interesting conversation.
Interesting. You mean some kid spouting off about how he's going to change the world, this and that? Please.
Guess I'm just used to it.
Yes, you are. That person is they're just considerably lucky. I can't really intervene due to the fact I'm too professional. Plus, let's just face it, I've got too many souls as it is.
It'd be a waste of the space for it too.
Yes. Either or. What's the next village we're going to? This one had some pretty good foods. Oh, I don't know. Maybe we could, I don't know, travel up a mountain or something. Where's our next bounty?
Let's find out. Seems to be a jazz bar of some sort.
Dead or alive?
Dead. So, free soul for you. Money for all of us.
Well, if there's one thing I like, it's a free soul. And if there's another thing I like, well, a soul that can't really fight.
We'll have to see what his combat abilities are. Apparently he killed 16 people in one night.
Just some petty criminal from the sounds of it.
He is a demon, so it would be interesting to see you fight that.
That would be very interesting. Since I'm half angel, half demon, I guess it'll make a lot of sense.
Although I do want you to cut off his arm for me. Can't keep using a prosthetic the whole time.
You got it. I'll remember that.
I'll make sure to pay you for that arm.
You can pay me by getting me food. The food around this area appears to be really good, all things considered. Too good. I might have to stay here. Not here in this village, of course. Not here in this village, of course, but here in this region.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Let's move. The more we waste time, the more our target will get away. I want to be on that ass as soon as I can.
Get there fast.
That Emperor's definitely got the means to run this place.
Oh, he definitely does. It's just interesting how his people think differently.
There's an in-between between him and the people. However, he needs to stop talking so damn long.
Monologues after monologues after monologues. Sounds like someone else I've dealt with. In another way.
Yeah. Damn monologues put me to sleep.
Oh, yes. Yes, they do.
I agree. Monologues are pretty terrible thing indeed. Hey, you two, what's going on? Seems that you are, very, very edgy-looking game-type characters. Pretty interesting indeed. Where you head off to?
We'd better answer this one normally.
Well, we're off to a jazz bar.
Interesting, interesting. And, why, specifically?
Since
Well, we
I'm
have
a bounty hunter,
We have a
And-
contract.
yes. And since I'm a bounty hunter and I have to make money somehow, my next target happens to be at that said bar.
So I saw what you did over there, specifically, with that, Emperor dude. I can tell that, you're a guy really passionate about what he believes in. Like to play your cards right. I respect that.
Okay, where are you going with this now, stranger?
Well, me and my sister over here. Oh, by the way, Sora, Shuro, no big deal. We like to play games, but, we like to play to win. You know, it's kind of our thing. We don't lose, specifically, if you get my gist. My gist. I mean, how can you beat someone that's, basically king of games at this point? I mean, we're kind of claimed to be, but, you know, not to brag or anything. And you, my dear sir, seem like that you are a guy who, I could say can gamble. You can take a good gamble. Probably a few games, I mean, if you're up to it.
I don't gamble, nor do I play games.
Really now? You sure about that?
Yes.
Not really the people that have the best of luck, to be honest, but we still get the job done.
Have the best of luck, huh? I see, I see. Well, makes sense for the situations that I see that, you've gotten yourself into. But, claiming what you claimed before, pretty sure you can handle yourself from what you've acclaimed. Was that alright?
My only aces are combat and guns. I'm not really a game kind of person.
Well, I mean, anything can be a game, if you try hard enough.
Jesus, you're so obsessed. Would playing a game really satisfy you at this point?
Why not? I mean, wasn't claiming to actually play a game with you. More like a proposition, but sure, we could play a game. What's your thoughts? Tell me.
Wait, how about you tell me? You said proposition. What is it?
Ah, the proposition now. That's very interesting. So, there's these specific dungeons that I've been hearing about with pretty high-end loot, if you know that terminology. Do you? I'm assuming loot, rare items. No? Okay.
So let's go back to
So,
vaults.
think of them like specific. Okay, so that sword you have right there, for an example. Imagine that sword, but well, I'm gonna say it's a pretty high rare item you got there. I don't know. Imagine that sword, but 10 times better. You could find it in a dungeon. I mean, you're probably gonna claim right now that it's probably the best sword that can ever exist. Probably. Am I right about that?
Listen, it is a family heirloom of Nephilim. This is my mother and father's legacy. The Nephilim blade.
I see, I see, I see. So you're a
Yes.
Nephilim then, huh? Very interesting. We haven't played against a Nephilim yet. Very interesting. Well, if you're up for the challenge, I could give you probably a few locations. If you're up for it.
What's the pay?
Well, whatever's in the dungeon. Take it as a challenge, a game, if you will. More a fetch quest, if you will. But you get all the loot.
It's like the old times, to be honest. Remember, we used to just go in and they just give us weapons and swords and guns, just different things.
I mean, the journey is
True.
not that
Doesn't
easy,
sound too
though.
bad.
You have to trail through the perilous water that's beyond this region. at this point. Travel the seas. I mean, from what we've gathered, the world is probably 90% water, about like, 10% lands scattered around. So you're gonna have to get a boat or something like that. But knowing your kind of stature, you're probably able to, acquire one, if you will. You think so, Shiro? They look like a pretty, what's the word for it? Adequate? I don't know. But I think you can handle it.
Got you. All right, so you want us to go inside of these caves?
Yeah. From what I was told by these specific tomes, not sure, that's always speculation too, that they're underground water dungeons specifically, with really high-level monsters, from what it sounded like it. Mythical monsters, probably you'll find a few manticores, those kind of things. Casual video game knowledge, fight a big dungeon, reserve strong monsters, get, the loot, the rare stuff, the magic, whatever's in there.
You do know that I'm not based on levels, right?
Fair enough. I mean, I'm just kind of assuming you guys look like high-level either antagonists or, heroes. Not even sure about that. I mean, you guys are wearing all black, most likely villains. Maybe like that guy from, Final Fantasy. I don't know. But yeah, no. What do you say?
Fine. Sure. We'll fulfill this request for you, strange person.
Although you do have to fill a contract with us, though. That's how we're gonna really function, to be honest.
Well, here. Take my calling card. Take it. I'll contact with the details and the information. Until then.
Thank you.
No problem.
Until then. To you.
This is related to the mass, the
Centrifugal
velocity.
isn't a word. Centripetal.
Centrifugal.
Her mom is the mass and velocity.
Force
is based off
of velocity, mass, and the radius of in which the object is moving at that speed. It can be measured in the variation of.
Tell me when I'm starting, boss. I'm already drunk.
Now, the lower the radius, the more force there is.
How's the booze, sir?
Fuck you want? You want to see cop? You cop? I'm here legally.
I'm just here to relay some information to you.
Free country. Free country.
Relay some information to you. The guard over there apparently has really good booze. Apparently.
I can hear you.
Oh. But he's not
Really now? Which one? Which one?
That one right there. Apparently he's
There's
not,
one.
he doesn't want to share though. That's his thing.
Why do I hang
What?
out
Apparently
with
he's
you
for kids too.
What?
What do you mean?
Because we're so cool.
What?
We're the coolest kids around.
I'm a cripple too, so that doesn't even work.
Well,
Yeah,
first of all,
big
why
titties,
is
too.
the zipper all the way down?
Hello there,
Almost all the way.
You know exactly why, good boy.
Oh,
hi.
Hello?
It seems what's it called? The guard up there specifically thinks that you ladies are very attractive, but is too shy to make the first move. So you should probably go up there and talk to them.
I think that's just a bit for the.
Oh, he Oh, seems so really? cute.
Yeah, exactly.
The initial pilot episode.
What's in it for us, though?
I don't know.
Hmm?
I think the rest will be.
Okay, good enough for me.
Fair enough.
Oh, hi, cutie.
Fuck. Hey! Hey, you! Fuck off, bitch! I'm taking away with you! I don't like your face! Fucking taking my women, this is my home!
Oh,
My
no,
town!
Yes, we did.
That's it. Yeah, this is fucking my...
Where is that? Ah, yes, there he is. Hello there, Mr. Emperor. How you doing there today?
Excuse me?
How you doing?
I thought I had guards outside. What the?
He's a little
What are
bit
you
busy.
doing
He's
here?
doing some hanky-panky, if you catch my drift. Anyway, I'm here to relay some message and give you a proposition.
Look,
Play a game with
I'm
you.
not
first.
accepting visitors right now. I will be alone.
What? I think I would change your mind if I mention a particular person.
Better be important.
Ever heard of the guy called, what was his name? Oh yeah, the One True King? You know, that king, the hidden king. I might have some information about him. Possibly.
Such as?
Who knows, maybe I have some description written down on a piece of paper. I know a person. Though, it's not gonna come cheap, the information.
What do you want?
Oh, there's a particular person that I gave a coin to. If you can get that coin back and bring him back, and, you know, show me that you have brought him back, then the information is yours. Pretty sure you know him, he had, you know, he called himself a Nephilim, and, you know, said he was gonna cut your tongue or something like that. Should be a fun game. What do you say?
So this is all this is to you? Just a game?
Hey man, we take games seriously. And we're always good at them. Always know where to bet. Of course, if you think that you can't do it, that's fair enough.
I know what you're trying to pull. It's not gonna work.
Oh?
Snuck past the guards, hell, probably bribed some people to get here.
Possibly. I'll probably just hold the truth. See, I play my cards
I don't
pretty
even
well.
know.
Hmm?
I don't even know if the information you say you have, and even if you do give me anything, how accurate it will be. You're some random fool who decided to walk in here. How can I trust you?
Well, sadly enough that you really can't. It's kind of one of those situations you're gonna have to take a coin flip, a guess, if you will. Trust me or you don't trust me. Take the opportunity, don't take the opportunity. I'll just give this to someone else. But the thing about that is, if my information turned to be actual correct, then someone who is not the government, because I'll make sure it's not part of the government, will have the information of the king, and I'm pretty sure deep down you want that information, because people like you always want to be the true king. And, you know, someone who's that influential and has that particular title, you know, since you're the emperor, but someone called the king, I'm pretty sure you want to be the true king. I bet deep down, and I said, I can see right through you, man. You want that information. We both know it. Can't hide it from me. Can read you like a book. The facade, how you present yourself. That's how you want to be, man. Let's just take the opportunity.
You can read right through me, then you'd know. I'm not a man for gambling. I've seen enough war to know. Never gamble.
Of course, it's not really gambling. It's more like a challenge, if you take it well. Because you really don't lose
anything. It's a gamble as to whether it's going to be worth my time or not.
True. If you see it like that. I see it more as a challenge, though, of course, it is gamble in some aspects too, if you say so. But
I have no reason to trust you. Hell, you broke in here for all I know, so I have even less reason to trust you.
Sure. Alright. Got the information. Do you want it?
As much as I would like to have that villain dispatched of, I'm not gonna do it for some petty game of yours.
Information is key, dude. And you don't really have much of that, and I'm pretty sure you're struggling as time goes on as well. I could tell it. We examined your little speech from very far. We've heard everything. We saw how you got. You're frustrated.
Seems there are multiple of you people that.
Yep, you're frustrated, you're scared. I can tell. And stressed as all hell. Humans are naturally scared of the unknown, things that they don't know. They don't want, and they want to know, but they can't. Hell, you can die tomorrow. By some freak accident. Get a disease. Get a heart attack. These are kind of things that humans think about.
Not me. I do not care about my own death.
Well, you did say that if someone did come up and, you know, be a better emperor or ruler than you, then you take that. You would want that. Why? Why? Specifically.
It takes but a moment for the future to become the past, ambition to become meaningless.
Fair enough.
But we must embrace it. For the good of the land, demand.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I know it's for the good of the land, but wouldn't taking this opportunity on, possibly be getting the whereabouts of the Hidden King and taking him down, since you said that he is a criminal, be for the good of the land?
What exactly are you getting out of this?
See, what I'm getting out of this? I'm just seeing if
A coin? That it?
You don't know. You probably don't know. It's probably a special coin. You have no idea what I want. Maybe I just want.
Well, you did say you wanted a coin from that purse, so is that all you're getting? I doubt it.
Well, maybe the satisfaction of seeing that what side actually would win in this situation. I mean, I could have sent that guy to who knows where, maybe somewhere that has a particular weapon, that could probably destroy you guys, or destroy anyone, for that matter. I mean, I did send him on a quest to fetch something. Well, to go somewhere to get stuff for himself. Very really strong stuff, though. It's funny when people go into big, giant, dungeons and they become, very powerful all of a sudden. Even more powerful than they were before. And from the looks of your place, you haven't really found or heard about such a things. Me and my sister over here, we've explored a lot. We've saw a lot. Well, us new roamers, as you guys call them, we get around. We have some skills to pay the bills. Quoting old references in pop culture there.
I don't know what you're trying to pull.
I'm not trying to pull anything, possibly. Any little information that would be perfect. Hell, maybe the information may even steer in the right direction.
How about this? I think you and me got off on the wrong foot. Let's get off on the right one. You're trespassing. Get out of it. If you want to talk to me, schedule a meeting. Then we'll talk. Until then...
I'll see if I can, possibly schedule a meeting or whatever. But hey, you're not kind of saying yes or no to the, little proposition, so, maybe I'll just give it to someone else.
I'm telling you, I don't want to be bothered right now.
Fair enough. Well, catch you, Emperor, then. Whatever happens to that information, though, out of my control right now. Have a good one.
Makes you feel any better, I'll think about it.
So now I got him thinking. That's a new one.